Good morning. My name is Jessica. I work with Mike and Naomi with ATAC of Disability Rights New Jersey, the Assistive Technology Advocacy Center. And we are here today to discuss a new form of captioning. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to David. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you so much. Again, my name is David Keeler. I'm the Vice President of Sales for New England Low Vision and Blindness. We are headquartered in Worcester, Massachusetts, and have been serving the six New England states with low vision and blindness products and training services since 2009. We've represented other products from the manufacturer New Eyes, and they came to us with the opportunity to represent this new captioning technology, which is aimed to serve and support the deaf and hard of hearing communities. And in doing so, they asked us to represent the product nationwide. So we are the master distributor for the NuCaption technology. And so we're in a couple of minutes, we're going to get into the NuCaption technology, and I'll show you all of the details. I did have a question, Jesse, relative to what are some of the biggest challenges currently that are facing you all when it comes to communication accessibility? Are there any things that come to mind?
Uh, what comes to mind immediately for me, and I don't think that this is an exhaustive note or anything like that. Um, but what comes to mind immediately for me is that people often say that they don't see as much of a need for it because there aren't specific accommodations um, requested for these accommodations prior to events, outreaches, etc. So instead of just having the tech already available and kind of take a universal design approach to assistive tech, um, people are more likely to say, well, that's going to take a little bit more time. And I don't think at this time there's a need for it because, um, maybe not a lot of people have signed up yet or something
Mhm.
like that. So,
Are you working with any other captioning technologies currently? And if so, what's your experience been with them?
I am not currently working with any other captioning technologies, but I can't answer for Mike or Naomi at this point. That's a follow-up question for them.
Okay,
So, but me myself, no, I am not.
got it. Okay. Well, great. Let me get into the new caption technology. So the technology comes in a case. Now I'm going to hold these things up in front of the camera as best we can so that everybody has an opportunity to see them. So the case is here. It's a clamshell style case. On the top, there is a handle. So you can see the handle here. And it's not too thick. It's probably about, I would say, 4.5 to 5 inches thick. It is designed and intended to be able to fit inside of a backpack or a large purse very comfortably. So when I open up the case on the inside, this is what someone would see. So there's an upper section and a lower section. In the lower section, there is a QR code on a card. This allows the user to download the user manual. Certainly, if anyone needs it, we can always send them the user manual in PDF format at their request. However, with the QR code, it brings them right to the user manual and allows them the ability to download that user manual. In the user manual, there is a quick start guide for those who are very comfortable with technology. They can follow the quick start guide and be up and running in literally minutes. It's very, very simple. For those that want the full instructions, they can read through the full user manual. In this lower section, I'm going to hold this up here. There is a space here that has the cord that's going to connect to the glasses, and there's an empty space. That empty space would normally be filled with the charger and the cord that accompany the Samsung S20 phone that's used with this device. The Samsung phone that comes with this is not an active cell phone. What does that mean? It means it does not have a SIM card and it is not ready to be activated on a person's cell plan. We don't recommend that it gets activated. Could someone do it? Absolutely. Is it recommended? It is not. The reason we don't recommend it, we utilize other products that have cell phones that are being used primarily for their camera. In this situation and with this technology, the cell phone is being used dual purpose. Number one, it is the power source for the glasses. The glasses themselves that I'll be showing you do not have any individual power source associated with them. So it's relying on the power that it's drawing from the cell phone. Secondarily, the cell phone is running the NuCaption application, which is sort of the brains of the unit and will be providing the captions to the glasses. So the glasses that someone is going to be wearing, which presents the material at eye level, those glasses are simply like a screen, like you are wearing a monitor in front of your eyes that you can see through. Um, so the cabling that comes with the product, there are two jacks. The first is a straight connector that goes into the bottom of the cell phone. And the second is a 90-degree angle, and that will connect to the rear of the frame on the glasses. And I'll show you that in just a moment. The glasses themselves, inside of the larger case that I already showed you, the glasses come in their own case. So they're dually protected inside the case. And this is a zippered case. So I can unzip this completely here, open up the clamshell, and the glasses are right in here. So I'm going to take the glasses out and I'm going to move the larger case to the side just for a moment. So the glasses themselves are the NuEyes Pro 4 augmented reality glasses. And this is how they look. This is how they would look on someone's face. On the front of the glasses, there is a dark screen, and all that is a tinted screen, and it's magnetized. So if I just put my fingers right on here and I pull forward, it comes right off. So I can take this tinted screen off, and if I want to put it back on, I just bring it close to the glasses and it clicks right back into place. Underneath are the two screens, which are here, which I can see right through those screens and see everyone that's a part of this call. You'll notice that there is, in the front here, there is a camera which is not in use on these screens. And below the camera, right here, and I'm going to hold it closer to the camera here, there is a small square. This small square right there is the one of the microphones for the NuCaption technology. So as I indicated, the rear of this particular arm has a port. That port connects to the 90-degree angle here. And so that's how you would connect the cell phone technology. So at the very top of the NuCaption, there are two diopter adjustments, and there are these dials that are right here and right here. Those allow the user to customize what they're seeing on the screen by way of the imagery and the clarity of the text. So when I say that, oftentimes one of the questions that gets asked is, can I wear these glasses along with my normal glasses or spectacles? And the quick answer is no. They are not designed or intended to be worn in conjunction with an existing pair of glasses. Is it possible? It is. However, the NuCaption technology relies on the ability for this to sit at the bridge of someone's nose. Now, this is a fully adjustable. I can pinch it and make it smaller. I can open it up to make it larger. I can push it forward or backwards. And that allows for the user to customize the fit for where that sits on the bridge of their nose. The ability to have a pair of spectacles on, and that is highly unlikely. Is it possible? It is possible, but very unlikely, and it is not how the device is designed or intended to be used. So we recommend for anyone that is using this that would normally wear spectacles to try it without the spectacles and to patiently work through the diopter adjustments at the top of the glasses, which these just roll to the left and to the right, and they move the focal point of the screens in or out closer to pupillary distance. So, with that said, I'm going to take the glasses for a moment, and actually, I'll pause. Any questions on the glasses themselves before I move forward?
I had a question about the casing.
Sure.
How accessible is it for those with limited hand dexterity?
The outer case and the inner case are both articulated with a zipper. So the zippers do have pulls. So this particular one, you can see it has a pull tab on here. This is a singular, so it pulls that way. And then on the larger case, they also have a pull, and there are two. Now, you don't have to articulate both. You can hold with one hand and articulate it with one hand, or you can use both. But I feel like they're relatively easily accessible and have not had anyone say that they are struggling or having difficulty with them.
Great, thanks.
hmm Any additional questions relative to the glasses themselves? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the glasses aside for the next portion of our demonstration. And the reason for that is I want you to be able to see the captioning technology. And in order to do that in a virtual environment, as opposed to being able to hand you the glasses and the phone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the phone into this monitor that's next to me so that you'll be able to see the text that would normally appear on the glasses. Now, in the upper portion of the case, there is a flap up here. That flap is held closed by a piece of Velcro at the top, and the phone sits right inside this zippered portion of the case. So what I'm going to do is, knowing that we had this demonstration scheduled, I already pre-turned the cell phone on. So the cell phone is on and ready to go. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe up, and now you can see there is an app on the cell phone for the NuCaption technology. I know it's a little bit difficult to see, but hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job of getting it close enough so that you can see that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into my monitor, which is already on here. And I'm going to tap the app, and now it should appear on screen. There it is. So as you can see, there are two choices on the screen, listen and settings. So before we get into listening and utilizing the device as a captioning tool, I'm going to go into the settings. And so the first section of the settings is language. And so you have three options. You have English, Spanish, and French. So it does not transcribe from one language to another. So you would set the language to what you're going to be listening with. So I'm going to set that to English. Next selection is text color. You have three options. You have white, orange, and green. So you can choose white, orange, and green. For the purposes of our discussion, I'm going to select orange. It seems to show up the best for those that are watching a virtual demonstration. Next is text size. There are three options: small, medium, and large. If you select small, you'll see 4 lines of text on the screen. To be honest with you, when I've used small and I have 20/20 vision, it's difficult to read. It's there, it's clear, but it's small. Medium will provide you with 3 lines of text on the screen. And lastly, large is 2 lines of text on the screen. For the purposes of our demonstration, I'm going to select large. I think it'll be easiest for everyone to see on the screen to the right of me. The next setting is the background, and there are 2 selections, transparent or black. Now, many people have told me that they don't see a big difference between the two. The number one thing that seems to make the most difference as it relates to the background is, if you recall, this tinted lens on the front. If you have the lens on, it provides additional darkness to what's being seen through the lenses. If you have it off, it's going to allow more light to come in and it's going to be much more transparent. So, with that said, now we'll get into if you were plugged in. So, you would see these options right on the glasses. And now I'm going to hit listen. It's telling me that the device is ready to listen, and now it is going to be listening. So I am going to move this over just a little bit so that you have the ability to watch the captioning technology on the screen next to me as I'm talking and as we're communicating. I'm also pressing the I'm sorry, I am placing the phone directly next to the speakerphone that I'm using for this presentation so that as we are talking, if anyone has questions, those will appear on screen as well. So let me pause and open this up for additional questions.
So I see the questions, or I see the captioning rather, popping up in orange on the screen. You're basically saying that, oh, I see, and now I see my text showing up as well. So this is happening in real time. Great.
Lisa, do you have a question? Okay.
I was I was waving at my coworker. I apologize.
No problem. Absolutely no problem. So you can see there's almost no setup required for this device. You take it out, you start it up, you plug it in, once you've configured the settings, you press listen and you are off and going. This does not require any Wi-Fi. It does not require any cell plan. There's no subscriptions. So once you've made the initial purchase, any future updates to the application will be available. That would be the only time that you would need to connect the device to Wi-Fi is to download an application update. Once you've downloaded the update and disconnected, you can shut off the Wi-Fi. You do not need to use it. So it is designed and intended to be standalone. One thing that I will say is that many people have asked, is this intended as a device to replace an ASL interpreter? And the short answer is no, it is not. This is an augmentative tool that can be used in the absence of an interpreter. It's right now, it is designed and set up for one-way communication. What does that mean? The user would be wearing this, and anyone speaking, the text is going to appear on the screen. It is not recording this at all, and it is not saving the text to the cloud or to any other location. So any communication that takes place utilizing this medium is not being recorded, and therefore it's very, very secure and can be used with a healthcare provider, an attorney, or anyone else where privacy might be a concern.
So David, I do have another question, because I noticed that it is working just fine without you wearing the actual glasses. Is that because the glasses are um next to you?
No, So the brains of the unit is the cell phone. The glasses serve to place the text at eye level so that as you're communicating, you can be looking at the individual more naturally as you would if you were having a regular conversation. And the glasses serve essentially as a screen. So they serve as a monitor, like my monitor that I'm using right now in front of me. That's what the glasses will do. So the phone can be utilized independent of the glasses or in conjunction with the glasses.
Okay, so the main purpose of the glasses, just to clarify, is to put the text available at eye level, like you said, so that you don't have to stare at the screen. And
Correct. We've had in many of these types of demonstrations that we've done for other assistive technology centers across the United States, one of the big complaints that we've heard from them is other people utilizing captioning technology on their phone is that they have to look down at their phone during the conversation. Whereas utilizing this technology, it places the text at eye level. And if they also would like to read lips at the same time, because they can see through or under, there's plenty of peripheral vision with these glasses. They can look at the individual that's communicating with them and see their lips clearly at the same time as the text is being displayed on the screen.
great, thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome. Jessica, do you have any questions? Or Lisa? Okay. I'm going to press the pause on the listening only because you now see exactly how this works, and I'm just going to kind of slide the camera back a little bit toward me. This is intended and designed to be a very simple technology to utilize. As I said, we represent a lot of different assistive technologies, and in the course of all of our experience, what we've learned is there is no one technology that's perfect. All of these are intended to serve as a tool in the user's tool chest. When they need it, they can pull this out and utilize it. Again, you don't need Wi-Fi, you don't need cell service to be able to utilize this. And I think those are very, very important and very helpful in the absence of an ASL interpreter. Is this something that you think would be of value to those you serve in the deaf and hard of hearing community? Yes, it looks like. And so, one of the things we always ask is would having this in your tool chest, or at least a demo device that you can use during assessments or when working with those you serve, would that be helpful?
I'm just taking myself off of mute again, and I think I'm speaking on behalf of everyone from ATAC. Um, I think that seeing this being presented in real time really gives us a sense of what else is out there in terms of quality captioning, right? That as far as I can see, I know that it's off right now, but it's not making mistakes, as far as I can tell. And yeah, there it goes again. So
I turned it back on just for a little while here. I will tell you that in our experience, we have a lot of products that are text to speech, meaning they are taking a picture of printed text and converting that to spoken word. And typically with those products, the accuracy is probably somewhere around 95 to 97%. There are times when a text to speech product will struggle an example would be if they come to the letters S, T, period, they don't know whether that's an abbreviation for street or saint, and therefore it has to it has to choose one of those words when it's reading out loud. So I share that simply because with this technology, I'd like to say, and I believe the accuracy is probably closer to 93 to 95%. Why? It's dealing with a variety of other variables because we're taking spoken word, which has people have different volumes, they have different clarity, they have dialects. There's a whole host of other variables that go into taking the spoken word and converting that into printed text. But as you are seeing and you're following along with the text that's on the screen, I believe you're seeing that it's very, very accurate.
Yeah, I haven't seen any mistakes so far. I know that we're obvious. I am, what do they call it? Monolingual. I'm not bilingual. I only speak English. So I know that you said there were two other language options.
French and
Um,
Spanish.
so I'm not, I'm guessing that the accuracy when speaking in French and Spanish would also be uh at the same percentage.
Correct. Although I have to be honest, I have not myself tested that because I don't speak fluent Spanish.
Okay.
Other questions? No? Well, that's the essence of the NuCaption technology. We do have a video on our YouTube page, and it's accessible if you look up NuCaption on our website, which is www.nelowvision.com. If you search for NuCaption, you'll find us. There, as I said, there's an 8-minute video on there that kind of walks you through this same type of thing. And if there is an interest in either seeing this in person or obtaining one for your either loaning library or for your demos and assessments, please contact Alexa and she will guide you through the process.
So I just had one final question. Did we is what is the cost involved in this again?
Sure, it's a the pricing is $3,995 and it's a flat rate. There's no additional subscriptions or anything else. The manufacturer for this product is located in California. All of the wearable technology that is similar to this, and when I say that, I mean glasses like the Xander glasses and the HearView glasses and the X-ray glasses. All three of those are made in China and are experiencing a lot of challenges, both getting through customs, but also they're recently now dealing with the new tariffs that are being imposed. So the pricing on this was priced about in the middle, because I know the Xander glasses are $5,000, and we've yet to talk to anyone who's used the Xander glasses simply because when you go on their website, everything says pre-order, so you have to put a deposit down, and you're pre-ordering something that's not yet manufactured. Ours are designed and assembled in the United States by a small veteran-owned business, and we stock and ship these from Massachusetts. So there's no delays for customs, and there's no implication by tariffs or anything like that. So in terms of pricing, we believe the pricing to be fair. We recognize that it is a premium product and it is somewhat unique, but we believe the price to be about in the middle when it comes to the competitors in this space. Okay.
Uh, well, thank you very much again for taking the time to present to us today. Like I said, this is being recorded, so we're going to put this up on ATAC's YouTube, and hopefully it will garner more attention from folks who watch it after. But we really appreciate the time you've taken.
Thank you all. We really appreciate your time and your interest, and thank you for all that you do for those that you serve. So have a wonderful afternoon.
You as well.
You guys.